Trying. There we go. Welcome back to Williams Corner. I'm here with Ryan Garcia fanboy when it comes to boxing, and I think we can say this for certain now. Devin Haney hater.
Yep. No, he's done. He's dead to me.
We just finished watching the top.
Dead to me.
We just finished watching the top ranked card. Going to cover both the Moloney Franco fight and the Brook Crawford fight. We'll start with Moloney. What'd you think about that decision there, pal?
You took 30 minutes and you still didn't get it right. It's like offside review in hockey. You take 30 minutes, you get the decision right.
You know what's crazy too is because they got it wrong, they could like bypass a rematch again, and Franco could just hold on to the title and Moloney might not get another shot.
It's so stupid. He won. Where was the headbutt? No, nowhere.
Yeah, no.
It was jabs to the eye.
See, I find it crazy too because they spent 30 minutes like replaying, and you saw the top ranked commentators being like, they want us to review this.
And Andre Ward were literally like, there's nothing. Yeah. Nothing for 30 minutes.
But they were like, let's watch this section of the tape because that's what they're looking at, and there's no headbutt. Yeah. And then let's watch this second of the tape, and there's no headbutt. No headbutt. And it's like, I feel like Franco is probably the bigger star.
Yeah, and it was. No, like you could hear it. Like Tessitore and Ward's like, it's not. He's not going to win. It's taking too long.
Yeah, for sure.
They're looking for something that's not there.
Yeah.
And it's like that's just the guy works so hard for 5 months, and then you just take it away from him.
Yeah, no, that's some BS. I think Moloney, in the short time that we had that fight, Moloney looked really good. He was landing.
And like, can I say something? So we haven't talked about the Kell Brook fight yet, but you saw that even the jabs that Kell Brook was landing was starting to swell up Terrence Crawford's eye. It's like, and that guy was like, Moloney was landing clean shots.
Yeah.
Like a bunch. Like how?
It was thumb to the eye. That's what they said on the broadcast. Was a thumb
to the eye.
And this isn't MMA. You can do that in boxing. So,
yeah.
You know, so.
Jesus
Moloney kind of got screwed there. I don't think we should kick or like throw our arms around a bit. It's a no contest.
No, it's just I'm just pissed because you took half an hour to get a decision wrong.
Yeah, it took half an hour just to declare it a no contest, right? Like there's no. It was just a waste of time, and it was a waste of like what we thought was
like the one guy, even like the corner guy for
Moloney.
Franco was like, it's what the ref saw. Why you didn't review it during the time of the fight? Why are we reviewing it now?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they should have like corner challenges in like boxing or something like that.
Yeah.
And they reviewed it, which doesn't make sense because that defeats the purpose of having a corner challenge if you're going to actually review it. But like they reviewed it and then they were like, "There's not enough evidence to overturn the referee's decision." I'm like, okay. This is a guy. Like the problem is this is a guy's life, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't do that sometimes when it's like these guys. You just probably cost Moloney thousands and thousands of dollars and a chance to get his title back. So I don't think we're going to cover this too much, but I think we're done there. That's not much more to be said. And then Terrence Crawford versus Kell Brook. Great knockout by Terrence Crawford. Not as good as Gervonta Davis, but what is?
Yeah. But like that showed he had power against a bigger guy.
It was out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
And I think too, I think I earned a little bit of respect for Kell Brook because I know I was joking on one of the other boxing videos we made, and I was like, "Oh, Terrence Crawford versus Kell Brook is now considered a big fight, even though like Kell Brook is like a mediocre contender now." But like those first 3 rounds, I know Crawford is a slow starter, but you know Kell Brook looked good.
Timing. He was timing him perfectly.
And this just makes me want to watch the Amir Khan versus Kell Brook fight even more. I think that an all-English matchup like that would be a great fight.
Yeah, like, great fight, Kell Brook. Way better than Devin Haney. Devin Haney, screw you. 3 rounds of this was amazing. 4 rounds, 3.5 rounds of this was amazing. Screw you, Devin Haney. Screw you. Give me Terrence Crawford every day of the week.
I think you're going to turn... I hope Devin Haney fights Ryan Garcia just so
I really freaking hope he does, because he's going to get his ass kicked.
See, here's the problem, is I don't know if he would. Like, I feel like that would be a competitive fight, and I honestly think...
No, I don't know if he'd get his ass kicked, but I just hate Devin Haney.
No, Ryan Garcia is more exciting, but Devin Haney's, like, probably a, like, more
he's a better fighter. Yeah, he's probably a better fighter. but I hate him.
But
So
I just
going
to
against
list,
him.
like, you'd have to be here live to watch that because that would be
Yeah.
awesome. But no, Terrence Crawford, man, he looks fantastic. Even
Number 1 pound for pound for sure.
more than ahead of Canelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the top. Well, obviously Lomachenko was there for me before, but I think the top three is literally Inoue, Canelo, and Crawford at this point. I don't think you can dispute, and it's all. I think there's no standout. I think a lot of people would say Canelo is the standout there. I argue not because of how close the fights with Golovkin were, and the fact that I personally believe Golovkin won at least one of those fights, and you know.
Your woman.
Adelaide Bird. I don't know if
Yeah,
she
your
was
woman.
on. I don't know if she was on
Hey,
the one.
no, can I say can I say another thing about this?
Sure.
About the fight? Brook said after the knockout, what happened?
Yeah.
And then he also and then the announcers also said he got made $2 million. I'm like, I'd go in and get knocked and punched 9 times in the head to get paid $2 million. I'm not gonna lie.
Especially when the guy weighs what? Terrence Crawford probably walked in
Yeah.
at 160 and you're
Yeah.
180, so
$2 million.
yeah, exactly. I mean, how much would it take for you to step in the ring with Deontay Wilder?
No, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That man could kill me.
What about Andy Ruiz?
Oh, he's fat. I could
You
maybe
could just run
go
around
around
him
him.
forever.
Yeah, I could just run around him.
But yeah, Terrence Crawford showed out. I think he's probably
Beast.
Yeah, no, he's been amazing, and I think if ESPN signed Canelo, they could have the 3 best.
I'm gonna say this. I'm
pound
gonna
for
give
pound guys
respect
in
to
the-
Top Rank. Those last 2 fights were really good.
I think also too, it's just the way they structure their cards. They
Yeah.
told us when the main card was going to start, so
Yeah.
we tuned in for the main card. And
Yeah.
when it comes to DAZN, you kind of just have to guess
Yeah.
when it's.
And I'm like, okay, so when's the good fight start?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and DAZN is so long. You know what? DAZN had a card today, and I didn't even like bother with
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's the all women's boxing card.
No.
Yeah. No, no
no.
disrespect, but I'm sorry. Women's boxing is not exactly the most.
It's not my cup of tea. I'll just say.
It's not the most entertaining thing on the planet.
It's not my cup of tea.
I mean,
I'd rather watch golf than watch women's boxing.
Yeah, I mean, I literally made a video yesterday. Check it out on this channel about me ranting about how the only thing is on that's on is golf. So, but you know, great win for Terrence Crawford. I'd like to see him fight the winner of Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. I feel like that would be awesome. I just want to see big fights, man. I think we've only really had one big fight since lockdown, and that was Lopez versus Lomachenko, and that didn't really show out too much. I think Lomachenko was a little bit starstruck in a way, if that makes sense. Like he's
a bit rusty. He was a bit rusty.
He respected the power too much, and you know, didn't make for a great fight. And now I'm like looking towards what other great fights, because we have Joshua coming up. We have
Joshua versus
maybe Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson coming up, if you consider that a big fight.
Oh, no.
But you know, I'm optimistic of what could happen in the welterweight division now, especially with Terrence Crawford basically getting a guy lined up with him and then knocking him out. So, you know, anyone in particular you'd like to see Terrence Crawford fight? Maybe Manny Pacquiao?
I don't really care. He's actually exciting, unlike Devin Haney. So anybody, give me anybody, please. Anybody is good.
Also, we haven't made a video since Luke Campbell tested positive for COVID. So if you
that
want
bastard.
So
that
if you wanna
bastard.
Rant about
bastard, Luke Campbell. Why did you do this to me, Luke Campbell? Why? I was so excited, and then Luke Campbell decides, yeah, I'm gonna test positive for COVID-19. Okay, Luke Campbell, I do not like you. I hope Ryan Garcia knocks you out in the first round when you fight. Let's go, Ryan Garcia.
Eventually.
Eventually, because you screwed it up, Luke Campbell. I was excited, and then you screwed it up.
I think that was the only DAZN card you were looking forward to, maybe other than Joshua, but like.
Yeah, and then Luke Campbell's like, yeah, let's get COVID. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this has been Williams Corner. I'm here with Ryan Garcia fanboy, as you can hear from that previous rant about Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell getting COVID.
There's 2 things I'm pissed about: Luke Campbell and judging.
And Devin Haney.
That's Devin Haney. 3 things. 3 things.
This has been Williams Corner. Please check out my other videos. Do boxing videos every single week. Hockey, baseball, basketball, football, you name it, every single day. Yesterday was a rant about golf. Please like, subscribe. I do videos with this nutsack at least 3-4 times a week. So yeah, just do what he's doing. Click the bell button if you want to know when I upload, because I do it at godforsaken times. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. See you next week. Signing off. Thank you guys.